Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Do the Work. Here in question 4 of the Math Proficiency test for teachers in Ontario, we have to list 4 fractions in order from least to greatest. So we have to reorder fractions, and to do this we need to first know how to convert fractions to decimals. That's one way we could do it. And that would be step 1. So we kind of need to know a little bit of material, and I added links that you can click on when you access the PDF in the description of the video below. So in the step 1 here, you have the links that you can click on. And after that, we need to compare two different rational numbers and put them in order. So that's a skill. And Khan Academy is very good for that. They give you videos. So basically you have like these 2 videos that should help you with this question on top of this video here. Before we get going, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the videos. And now, but before we get going again, I strongly encourage you to attempt this problem by yourself, because that's where the real learning is. When we move on to step 2, we need to do the work in order to reorder that list of 4 fractions from least to greatest. So there's many ways to think about this, but one way is to convert them all to decimals. Okay, so I'll convert them from fractions to decimals. And to do this, you can watch the video in Khan Academy, and basically you have to realize that a fraction is the same thing as a division, right? So it's 3 over 7 or 3/7, which is it's the same thing as 3 divided by 7. So what we can do is divide 3 by 7. I'll do it without a calculator in this video, but you're allowed a calculator for these questions. So go ahead and use a calculator. You can go 3/7 equal, boom, and you know it's 0.4286. And there's many ways to do this, but here what you can realize is that 3 over 7 is the same thing as 3 divided by 7. So 3 divided by 7. What we do here, because 7 doesn't fit in 3, is we add some zeros. So I know the answer has 4 decimal places, so I'll add 4 decimal places right away. And the hard part is just keeping track of the decimal places. So how many times does 7 fit in 3? 0. How many times does 7 fit in 30? The answer is 4, and that's our 4 here, right? So then you do 4 times 7, and that is 2.8. And then you subtract these and you get 0.2. How many 7 does the 7 fit in 2? 0. So then you drop this one, and how many times does 7 fit in 20? That is 14. Or sorry, 2. That would be 14. And then 14, and then minus, so that's 6. You drop the 0. So that would be 0 here. And then how many times does 7 fit in 60? That's 8. And then that is 56. And then you're left with 4. Drop down the 0. And then that is, it's 5, I think, right? 5. And then that's 35. And so on. And you could keep going, but you get the idea. I'm guessing the next decimal is bigger than 5 because it rounded to 6 in one note. Okay, so I'll just keep this there for now, but we will do all 4 of these, and we do 3/14 now. And I'm guessing it's going to be 0.21 something, because it's half of 3/7. Okay, why did I know this? It's because 3/7 is the same thing as, or maybe I should write it this way. Yeah, 3/7 times 1/2 or divided by 2, that's the same thing as 3/14 because you multiply the numerators, right? So it's half of the first one. So I multiplied by 1/2 here. That's how I knew this. Okay, so I have 3/14, and then if I do the bottom two, I have 3/10. So 3/10, you can just shift the comma to the left when you divide by 10, so we know it's going to be 0.3. And we have 3 over 20. So again, you just divide this by 2, so it's going to be 0.15, so we can still confirm our answer, but it's the same logic. You multiply by 1/2, right? Because it's half of the first fraction. You have, maybe I'll do it in another color. Here you have 3 over 10 times 1/2, which is 3 over 20. Okay, so now if we order these fractions, what I'll do here is I'll put a number line up there. So let me get the shapes, a arrow, and when you press shift in OneNote, it makes a straight line. And let's just rewrite our decimals all in the order of A. So we had 0.42-ish, 0.21-ish, 0.3, and I'll just put ... and 0.15. Okay, so the smallest to the least the greatest. Okay, so it's more obvious which one is the smallest. It's this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one, right? 0.15 and 0.42. So if I put them on a line, I would get 0.15, 0.21. Let's say this is 0 and then this is 1, or 0.5, let's say. This is 0.21, this is 0.3, and 0.42. And if we go back, this is 3 over 20. This is 3 over 14. This is 3 over 10. And then this is 3 over 7. Another way you could think about these problems is to, or maybe before we go there, let's actually look at which answer is this one, and we can see that it is C, right? This is the answer that matches. But another way to think of this problem is to realize that they have the same numerators, right? Same numerators. It's all 3. So the more that the bigger the denominator, the smaller the pieces. So 3/20 will always be less than 3/7. And to understand this, what I'll do here is I'll write them in order. So I'll have 3/20, or I'll write them in the order that we had. So 3/7, 3/14, 3/10, and 3/20. And then I'll draw. So I'll have 3/7. So I divided my chocolate bar into 7 pieces, and I have 3 of them. So I have this much. And then if I divide it in 14, then I just divide each piece of 7th in 2, and now I should have 14 pieces. So I have 3 of those small pieces. And you can clearly see here that we have half the length again, because it's times 1/2, right? And again, if we have 3/10, I divide it into 10 pieces. So I have this length here. And if I have 3/20, so I would divide each piece like this in 2, because it's times 1/2, and 3/20 is pretty tiny, right? And you can see that this is the smallest, so the order would be 1, and then 3/14 is the second smallest, and then third smallest, and then fourth, or the biggest, this one. And so the bigger the denominator, so as the denominator increases, the decimal or the number decreases, because you're dividing by a bigger number. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe to see all the videos in the future, and we should cover the whole test, so you should be prepared. Thank you.